Hello everyone, I'm Adam Papagan. Welcome to another episode of There's a Place, the ASMR talk show. The show that feels good to hear. ASMR, of course, stands for Auto Sensory Meridian Response. And those are the sounds that make your brain tingle. This is a quiet show. Sometimes subtlety goes a long way, and that's what we're trying to do here tonight. Just wanted to do a little monologue like we do every week. Just want to talk about things. As you know, eagle eye viewers of the show, listeners of the show, know that two things that are really important to us here on There's a Place are being yourself and rock and roll. And so for this week's monologue, you know, every week I think about what happened to me this week that means something. What can I share with other people? What has happened to me that other people might like to experience? What might make other people ASMR? Well, this Saturday I was lucky enough to see Mr. Ringo Starr perform at the Greek Theater. Ringo gets kind of not a bad rap, but he's definitely like 4 of 4 when you're talking about the Beatles. He's not John, he's not Paul, and he's not George, but he's Ringo. But anyway, he's on tour right now, as he has been for about 20 years, with what's called the All-Star Band. And what that is he'll do It Don't Come Easy, he'll do Don't Pass Me By, he'll do all his Beatles songs, but he's got other guys in the group who are also rockers in their own right, including the keyboardist of Santana, the drummer for Steve Vai, Todd Rundgren, like serious rock guys. He'll get them to come on board and he'll do a show. And the show is not Ringo heavy per se, but he's doing his own thing. He does his own songs. He expresses himself, and the only way he knows how, he does his Ringo songs, but he also jogs around the stage, which anybody can do a song they wrote 40 years ago, but what other 72-year-old man could go for a jog? Really, like he's wearing those Skechers, the one you see on the commercials. He really does his own thing. And that's the lesson. You do a good job, you do the best you can do. Finally, in old age, you will get respect. You will be better than your contemporaries who are out there, and everyone will love you. So that's the message this week. Do the best you can. It will pay off. Do things of quality, do things of substance, do things that you believe in, because it will eventually resonate with someone. And it was great. I would go see Ringo again. But speaking of people who do their own thing, and musicians for that matter, my guest tonight is a musician. He's a rocker, singer-songwriter. He has the guts to release music under his own name, which who besides Kanye West is doing that these days? Seriously, honestly, who has the guts to do their own thing? We'll find out what his thing is tonight. Wyatt Blair. Yeah, come on out.
How you doing?
What's up, Wyatt? How you doing?
I feel relaxed.
You feeling relaxed?
I feel very relaxed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are a little anxious about being on a show.
Yeah, no, it's something about this is soothing.
That's what it's supposed to be.
You know, I like it. I feel like I'm on a mini vacation or something.
Totally.
You know?
I'm not trying to put you on the spot at all. I mean, I might over the course of this interview, but
Yeah.
but in general, yeah, just
Yeah.
chill out, have a nice conversation.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
So we were chatting right before the show about the color green.
Yeah.
You were wearing green shoes.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, take your shoes off for the show. And you said, well, I hope the green is an issue. And you're wearing green socks.
I know. I feel bad. I don't know what I was thinking.
No, you didn't know, and it's fine. But you said green was your favorite color. Why is green your favorite color?
It's just reminds me of getting away. It's like it reminds me of Mother Nature.
Okay.
Something about it soothing, you know.
Blue is the most common favorite color.
Nice. Blue's good.
Blue's good.
I like them all, you know.
You like all the
But,
colors.
green, something about green recently. But it's phases, you know. I used to like yellow. I used to like orange.
Orange is a tough one.
Yeah, it was a weird phase, man. That was a weird phase, but now it's green.
Do you kind of like, I think I know the answer to this already, but when you think of phases or like things, do you associate a color with them?
Yeah. I could. I don't normally do, but I could definitely
Kind of, right?
remember my favorite color when I was in that phase. For
Well,
sure.
So like, I have friends who are, and it seems like it's a trait of creative people, but I have friends who are creative, and when they just identify numbers to things, like they tap into numerology. For me, it's shapes, but for you, it's colors, right?
I guess, yeah.
I guess. Okay, you don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think about it, all, you know, distinctively, but it's something I remember, keep in the back of my head.
And it's green right now.
I guess so, yeah.
Did you ever go through a black phase?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
When you were 16?
I think when I was 16, I was more into the yellow thing.
Oh, that's, so you
Yeah.
must have had a okay teenagehood.
I had an okay teenagehood, I guess. Pretty typical American kid, you know?
Were you rock oriented as a teen, or like a jock, or what was that experience?
I don't know. I was really into surfing when I was younger. So
Where are you from?
more of like a I don't know, beach rat. I'm
Beach
from
rat.
South Orange County.
Oh,
Well,
okay, so
I
that's
grew up there. I live up here now. But yeah,
oh, big difference.
same deal, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you were surfing as a teen.
yeah, that was what I was really into.
Did your high school have a surf team?
Yeah.
Were you on it?
No, I wasn't good enough.
Wow. My high school had one, and anybody could join it if
Oh,
they
nice.
could wake up early enough.
Yeah,
To go.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I used to think that was like the coolest thing.
Did you do PE?
Yep.
And tell me, so, you know, I'm always interested in, because I'm from Southern California too, so it's a very specific way of growing up, and a lot of people grow up that way, you know, it's a very populous state and everything. But I'm always curious of like county to county, city to city, like where the breakdown is. Did you have people in PE who refused to dress for PE?
I mean, there are people that complained about it. I don't think you get away with not dress. It was like forced, you know. Like, I don't think if I was to show up and be like, I'm not gonna fucking wear this, they would be like, you put it on now, you're gonna be suspended, you know.
That's what we had
It
at
was
my school.
hardcore, man.
No, but there were certain people in my PE who were just like, nope, not gonna put on the shorts.
So what happened? They just got away with it?
No, they failed.
Huh.
They were just,
Just want to make a statement, huh?
yeah. Does that seem kind of crazy to you?
To me, it never bothered me. I'd rather sweat in PE clothes than.
No, not as a student.
Oh.
You're an adult now.
No, it doesn't bother me. I don't know.
I find it admirable. Just like, yeah, you know what, this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Also, we had to, at your high school, did you have to run around the whole school?
We had
As
like
a class?
track.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do that all the
Which,
time.
by the way, you know, I was talking about our educational system is like one of the worst in the Western world and stuff. A class is running around the track. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people I remember would just walk. You know,
well, that's what I was
you
gonna
could
say.
literally just walk. So I remember like that's what I just walked it, and everyone did. I don't think anyone actually ran. It was kind of like a loophole or something that everyone caught onto.
You can just walk.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what most of us did.
That's the way to do it. You know, I think that like, if you don't follow the rules, you should get like bad grades until senior year, until you're 18, until you're voting age, like
Yeah.
conscription age. And then they were like, you know what? You didn't actually have to run. You figured it out.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
You get an A. You get a scholarship. to like an art school or
Yeah,
something.
That'd be funny. Yeah, I mean, I think retrospectively, if I was to go back in time, I probably would want to run. I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun.
It'd be fun to run.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what else are you gonna do? You're just there. It's the middle of the day with all your friends. Like, why not go on a run?
PE is actually one of the best classes in high school,
Yeah, definitely.
but you can't appreciate it
Not
as
when
a
you're,
teen.
yeah, no, it's just like a pointless, like, waste of time. But looking back, like, it was funny.
Yeah, it's run.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Totally.
Did you ever have to, speaking of PE, leave PE class in your gym clothes?
No, I never had to do that. I always, yeah. I think there was once there was like a fire drill during PE, so I was just in my PE clothes for a long time. But I don't think I ever actually left. No.
It's a weird, you feel naked in a way. I've like been summoned to the office
Yeah.
in the shorts and the shirt.
Yeah.
It's just
definitely.
like, because you know when you're a fashionable guy, you know you try to like make a statement with your clothes, and then they just break you down with PE. Now, well, do you exercise now?
I want to. I keep telling myself, I'm gonna fucking do something. I'm gonna go on a run, but I never do. But I want to.
You're pretty you're pretty slim. I think you could move around a track.
I haven't tried in years, but I feel like I have to. Like you feel better. It's not even for just. It's just to feel, refreshed, I guess. So yeah, I want to really bad. It's
Maybe-
just my laziness and me going on a run. My laziness kind of takes over.
Maybe you could re-enroll in high school.
And just take PE.
Yeah.
That's a good
Kind of
idea.
undercover.
That's a really good idea. I'm looking at that.
Did you have an undercover cop at your high school?
No.
Really?
No.
We did.
Wow.
And he was in the yearbook. And then looking
As a
back on it,
student?
well, like supposedly.
Yeah.
But then looking back at it, you were just like, yeah, that guy's a cop.
That's insane.
He ruined like 15 people's lives.
Wow. Where'd you go to high school?
Palisades High School.
Was that Huntington Beach?
No, Pacific Palisades, like
oh,
West
cool.
LA.
Got it.
Yeah, it was Huntington Beach. Like, why not? You know, same.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure they had some narc cop.
That's crazy. I've never heard about that.
Would you take deal with the devil situation? You could go back to high school. You could be the most popular guy. You could excel at PE, but you would ruin a couple kids' lives.
Would I do that?
Yeah.
Versus what, or just in general? would I
If
do
somebody
that?
offered you, if like the FBI came to you and said, Wyatt, we think you could pass. They're running a drug ring through your high school. Your little brother, your little sister, they're gonna fall victim to this drug ring if you don't step in.
I don't know if I'd do that. I don't know.
You would be very popular. We already know. You would be prom king. You could have everything you never had. But 10 to 15 people would go to juvie.
I don't know. I don't think I would actually do it. I think the little rebellious dude in me is like, yeah, I would do it. But I don't think I'd actually succumb and do that.
So the rebel would be into selling out. Because that's a dichotomy with how you are now.
I guess.
So there's a part of you that would just go the other way just to do it.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
But because you're older, you've learned to silence that voice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to, affect anybody negatively from that. If I wasn't affecting anybody, I would love to go back to high school and be on the football team and, be the prom king and do that whole thing.
It sounds cool, doesn't it?
It does. Sounds awesome. But I wouldn't want to hurt, affect anybody negatively.
Well, you're a good man. So growing up in Orange County, got into music at a certain point. I did want to talk about music. You had a John Lennon vibe to you, especially with the glasses.
Huh.
That's just what I thought. Oh, you said huh. That's not a good...
No, I mean, I love John Lennon.
But,
I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Is he, like, a hero of yours?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I think he's more of like an icon.
Yeah. Do you feel that in music, like, it being iconic maybe trumps musical ability or, like, musical contribution?
Like when you are an icon?
Yeah, is that better?
I think it's different from icon to icon. I don't know.
Who are some of your favorite icons?
All the Beatles, obviously. All the Rolling Stones.
All of them?
I think they're all like amazing. I think as a band, like they're pretty iconic.
Well, yeah, as a band they're iconic, but
yeah,
like
I mean as a band of
Bill Wyman, you're down with him?
I guess not singularly, but just like the band itself, it's like an iconic band. I like Gwen Stefani. I think is like an icon.
She is an icon. Orange
Britney
County.
Spears, yeah.
Britney Spears too, yeah.
Like Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. Like I think he's an icon.
He kind of is.
Totally. You know.
Mark McGrath is an example of, and you know, this happens with musicians, and correct me if my perception is wrong, but for me this happens with musicians more than like an actor or like author or like whatever your bag is. But people whose work I'm not super down with, but I like them.
Yeah.
That's what makes an icon, right?
It's different. I mean, for me, it's about the music, but for other people, it could be what they contribute to society or their views on things or the charities they start or yada, yada, yada.
So you're into Mark McGrath's music then,
I love Sugar Ray, dude. It's my top 5 favorite bands of all time.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's an icon. Like, I think it's just great songwriting, great records. The way they're made is like very thought out and like executed really well.
So is that one? Would you Sugar Ray is one of your influences?
I guess, yeah.
Beyond 1459.
Yeah.
Did they have other? Are you a big Sugar Ray fan? This
yeah.
is fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, I have all the CDs in my car still. I mean, I've held on to them since the 90s. I've just never let go.
Interesting. I found at a record store 1459, you know, their quintessential Sugar Ray album.
Of course.
I found it on vinyl.
That's great.
And so you pull it, first of all, it's like 12 inches of a dog's feet on a diving board.
Yeah, and then it's them on the rooftop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you pull out the record, it's on Atlantic Records, so it's that same label you've seen that said like Al Green.
Yeah.
It says Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It's iconic, you know? But it's also nostalgic, you know, because I grew up listening to that stuff, so it kind of impacted me. And then it's always been there in the back of my head. But
is there a place you can draw the line between nostalgia and icon?
yeah, I think it's a mixture of both.
It kind of has to be,
I feel like
right?
if you're an icon, you're a nostalgic hero, you know, in a sense.
Because to be iconic, you have to appeal to people who are not into music.
Yeah, it's just like it's more like a capsule of time. Like when I think of Sugar Ray, I think of like being young and happy, and it's just like is a time they encapsulated that time, you know.
Well, you're still pretty young. Are you not happy anymore?
What do you mean?
Well, you said you think of being young and happy, which is
you
to
know what
say
I mean.
that you're
It's
not
just,
happy.
No, I'm happy. It's just like different, you know, more like carefree, you know, teenage kind of happy.
So, were you obviously younger? I mean, that's a mathematical thing. But were you happier when you were younger?
It's just different.
It's a different kind of
Feeling. Different brew of happiness.
Yeah.
You know, a little lighter. It was like a decaf light, you know, roast. Now it's like a Sumatra double shot over ice. Like, I like it. It's just different, you know?
Yeah.
It's just
Could you
different.
ever go back to that semi-pro life?
Absolutely.
Do you long for it?
No, but I would go back for sure. It's fun.
So Wyatt, that's kind of the Old West name. Wyatt Earp?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you know why your parents named you that? Do you have any?
I don't know why they named me that.
Do you ever, when you hear somebody else named Wyatt, do you ever kind of like, oh, that's my name too? Do you ever like kind of compare yourself to them? Maybe not on a professional level, but just like.
No, actually, like the few times I've met other Wyatts, it's been like a happy, like, that's cool. Like I've never met another Wyatt.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're like, you know, name brothers or something. And but yeah, it's always gone. You know, that's the direction it's always gone.
Do you have a favorite Wyatt?
There's actually another Wyatt Blair.
No way.
From the same city that I grew up in.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
And but we're tight. We like laugh about it. And it's pretty.
That's
it's
cool,
super
man.
random. Yeah. So yeah.
Give like the fist bump.
Shout out to the other Wyatt Blair.
What does he do?
He's a surfer.
I just for you, kind of.
He's like way better than me though. He rips, you know.
Oh.
He's like the real deal surfer.
And you're better at music than he is?
I don't know. He might be better than me. I don't know.
Well, if you're not promoting your own music, you couldn't be that good. That's how I feel.
I feel like the people that don't promote their music are sometimes better than the people that promote.
I disagree. Because at a certain level, you have to know if your music is good or not. Just like, you separate yourself from it. And that's the difference between like, hey, check out my demo tape, versus like, oh yeah, I do music, you know?
Yeah.
So if he's not out there.
Yeah, I guess.
Another Wyatt Blair. Wild.
Yeah, it's trippy. I still like can't wrap my head around that. From the same city too. It's insane.
Do you ever think you might have been switched at birth with him?
No. I just think it's just totally random. Like it's just life, I guess. Yeah.
Well, here's how you know if you guys had siblings that were the same name.
True. I don't know anything about. I've never even met him in real life. I don't think. It's just been like over email and Facebook, and because like
Wait.
sometimes someone will tag him and not me, and he'll be like, "Yo, it's not me. It's the other Wyatt."
So what was your first? You've never actually met him in person?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I've never met him.
So what was your first experience like? Becoming aware of the other Wyatt Blair?
I was really tripped out, man. I thought I was dreaming or something because what happened was I don't know, this was 5 or 6 years ago, and someone tagged him in something, and so then he like tagged me and was like, "That's the wrong Wyatt." And I was like, "What the fuck? Who is this other Wyatt Blair guy? Like, did someone make like a fake page with my shit on it?" And I was super confused. And then he messaged me and was like, "Yo, we have the same name." And I was like, "That's fucking crazy, dude." And that's just where it went.
So he reached out to you.
Kind of, yeah. It happened over a mishap somewhere, an email or Facebook or something, and then we started talking, and then that was it.
Have you heard about? They'll do like conventions for people with the same name.
No, never.
There'll be
heard
like
of
the
that.
John Smith convention, like because there are common names.
Wow.
People do it.
Yeah. I've never heard of that.
But you guys are probably the only 2 Wyatt Blairs.
Maybe, who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more, I guess.
It's crazy that you're around the same age in the same town.
Yeah, he's a little younger. He's maybe like 6 years younger than me, but
Pretty close though.
pretty close, yeah.
But then also like, yeah, the like baby name books, like the name Wyatt, I'm sure has come in and out of vogue.
Yeah, totally.
So you were maybe at the top of the crest, and he was at the bottom.
Maybe, yeah. The pages. Yeah. Could be.
But you guys get along
Yeah, I guess virtually.
virtually. Well, we actually have a surprise. Wyatt, could you come out here? No, I'm
That'd be great.
kidding. That's wild though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because my name Papagan, there were no other Papagans. It was Papanya, and then they changed it. So it's only my immediate family.
Yeah.
So I'll never know the joy of being another.
Yeah. It's
But
you're like an only name child.
Yeah.
Or something.
Wyatt Blair too.
Yeah, same first and last name.
I like your earring.
Thanks.
The hanging earring. I like a lot.
Thanks.
Is your other ear pierced?
No.
What age did you pierce your ears?
I want to say I was 18.
That late?
Yeah.
When I was like in the 90s, when I was a kid, my mom told me, she's like, if you ever want to get your ears pierced, it's okay with me.
Oh, really?
I was like, yeah, I'm like 8 years old. I probably don't want to do that right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
18. Hey, do you have any other patterns? Yeah.
It went through phases. I didn't have it for a while, and then I hung a feather on it for a while.
Oh, I like the feather.
And
Native American.
I did
kind of.
like a hoop, and I don't know, it's like just been there. So.
Let me see it here. Did you get caught in anything?
No, not yet. Luckily.
Not yet. I like that.
Now it's going to probably. I won't think about it. I'll be like, oh.
If you're open to the future, I could get caught in something.
Yeah.
Get caught in the other Wyatt's braces.
Yeah, that would be insane.
That'd be weird.
That'd be weird.
Try explaining that.
Yeah. I don't know how that would happen.
How did you pierce your ears?
I actually went to a place. I like just turned 18, and I remember going to this place. It was like a total dive, like piercing place, and I was
not one of these mainstream piercing places.
And it was like a weird, I don't even think it had a sign out front that said like piercings or anything. It was just like a shop, and I just went in, and I was waiting in line, and the girl in front of me was getting her, what, pierced, and I could hear her screaming from the room when she was getting pierced, and I was like really nervous, and so I walked in, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get my ear pierced. And she's like, oh, no big deal, that's really easy. And I was like, I'm super nervous, like I've never had a piercing before. And I just felt like such a pansy, because she just pierced some other girls, whatever. But it was pretty easy.
And it never dissipated, well, you said you tried different feathers.
Yeah, I tried different stuff. Yeah.
Is there an age you think you'll have to get rid of the pierced ear?
For what?
Is there a point in your life that you might get to where you'll have to let the hole close up and like?
Yeah, I did for a while. I just didn't have anything in it, and then I was like, oh, I'll put something in it. I think eventually I'll just let it go.
Do you take it out to apply for an auto loan at the bank or something?
Yeah, I don't really wear it in public, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really wear it around.
So we kind of got a little treat.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's your public persona.
There you go. Yeah.
Tell me about Lollipop Records.
It's a record label that I started 6 years ago. Started as a joke.
I'm sure your artists love to hear that.
Well, I mean, it started as, I just wanted to put the comedy out, and I wanted to put out my friends' bands, and just wanted to help, support people. And it started in Orange County. And then it just snowballed. I mean, I put out more of my friends' bands, and I met other bands. And I moved to LA, and I met even more bands, and had a bunch of friends that were involved, and it's just been a giant collaboration that's still moving and morphing and doing its own thing.
How many records or bands do you think you've worked with?
I think we put out around 350 records so far.
That's a lot.
We're trying to...
One every couple weeks?
We put out about 4 to 5 records a month.
So once a week?
Once a week, yeah. Once or twice, sometimes twice a week. Yeah.
How do you handle that load?
I barely do. I'm up all night, and early mornings and late nights, and it's a lot of work.
What's been the most rewarding thing about running a label?
I guess seeing a band that no one cared about, and then seeing a band become a band that, people are excited about and want to see, and being able to press the records and see them ship all over the world, different countries, and that part's rewarding, for sure.
And so you're actually pressing physical vinyl?
Yeah, cassettes and vinyl and CDs.
Did you get the records pressed at that place in the Valley? Do you know what place I'm talking about?
No, we did at the very beginning. We've been using Erica Records in Orange County now.
Oh, so there's a new record pressing plant.
Yeah, they're local.
Were you, because there's only, and I don't run a record label or anything, but to my understanding, there's a limited number of facilities that can actually press records.
Yeah, very limited.
And so there's backup,
Yes.
there's like it gets backed up and stuff like that. Were you surprised to learn that? Did you?
It kind of, well, when we first started pressing, it was really easy. It was just like,
So it was 6 years ago.
here's the songs, and like 2 months later we had records. But eventually, and I think it's great that they're backed up. I think it's great that people are getting into vinyl again. But, to get them, there's no company that makes the machines now to press the records. So you have to use old shit. And there's only so many out there. And so, there's only a handful of places that press records. And now there's tons of labels that are pressing records. And so, the demand, it doesn't equal out. So now you have to wait, 8 months to a year to press a record. So it's just changing, but I think at some point there's going to be a balance and it'll get figured out.
What is it about the physical record that you like?
Everything. I like the fact that I can watch it. I could put it in my mouth, taste it.
Yeah.
I could rub it against my chest, feel what the record feels like. I can show it to friends. I have it forever. It's like a piece of art.
The size of it, I think, has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, totally.
Being a foot,
totally.
12 inches.
Yeah, it makes the artwork really
Yeah.
like you can, as an artist or, someone that's making a record, it's a really big deal. So it's kind of weird when you only see it on a computer screen. Whereas like if it's a printed piece of, a foot-long artwork,
You're staring at
it
it.
really makes it like special,
You do. Lollipop has a brick and mortar store, right?
Yeah, we used to be, and now we still have the space, but we just sell our own releases now.
Oh, is that all that's there?
Mm-hmm.
I've been there a couple of times.
Cool.
How is yeah, cool. Pick up the list now. What came first, the label or the store?
The label.
And then why did you decide to do a store? Just to sell your own stuff?
Yeah, me and my friend at the time we were both record collectors, and we had tons of records. And we were in a band together, and we had a practice space. And the person next door, the practice space, left. There's a tiny little, space.
Yeah, it's down
on Glendale Boulevard.
Glendale, yeah, below Sunset in
Yeah.
Echo Park, yeah.
Yeah. And so this guy left, and it was just empty. And I always dreamed of having a record store. And my friend at the time was too, and we just were like, let's open a store, man. We can run the label from the store, and we can sell records, and it'd be fun. And that's what we did.
You sold your own collection out of there?
I sold a lot of my collection, yeah.
Was that kind of bittersweet?
Yeah, bittersweet.
Is there one album or a group of albums, an artist from your personal collection that you had to sell to keep the store going, or just because you wanted to sell it that you regret? Or not even regret, but just you remember
Yeah, it's more
passing
like
it on?
collections. Like I collected all like the Dwight Twilley records from the 70s, and all those were gone. Now I'm re-buying those back, and yeah, a lot of like the old Stones records I sold, and a lot of like the classic stuff. But I'm slowly trying to get that stuff back over time.
I did that a couple years ago. I was just like, I moved, and I was like, I don't want to move all these records. These are so heavy.
Yeah.
That was my main thing. So I sold all the ones that were worth money and gave away the rest. Actually, you might have experience like this someday. I went to a house party at some guy I didn't even know, and he had his record collection out, and I was thumbing through it, and I was like, these are my records.
No way.
He picked them up from like the thrift store that I sent him to.
Wow.
Like the whole, like, and I didn't press him on it. I didn't like, like, these are mine. But like, you know, you just know something to be true.
Yeah, totally.
It's just like, yeah, these are my
That's funny.
Flat and Scruggs records.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
just because it was just like the like kind of random things that you would only buy all at once, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I'm on that second wave too of rebuying the records.
Yeah.
You get
It's almost more fun like rebuying, because you can really like, you already know what you're getting. It's just more like what year and what press. I don't know. You can get really nerdy about it.
Yeah.
If you want.
Cleaner copies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's worth more the second time.
Yeah.
It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
So Wyatt, let's talk about your music. You're releasing stuff under Wyatt Blair.
Yeah.
And again, this is not the other Wyatt Blair. This is the musician Wyatt Blair. But how come you didn't like call it like the Smiley Smiles, or like?
Man, it was just an accident, really. You know, it started with I was just recording stuff for fun, and I made a Facebook page just with my name, and I would just put like my demos up there, and it morphed from that into like, oh, maybe I should make a record one day. And so I made a record and I put that out, and it's just kind of trailed, you know.
As a musician, then doing like your solo stuff, do you identify with other singer-songwriters, other like solo artists? Or is this just like, oh, I've done all these other things, I have this other stuff going on, I'll just use my own name because it's easier?
I think if I can go back in time, I wouldn't use my name, or I would use my name with something else or something.
Wyatt Blair and the...
Yeah, or something, you know.
No, let's pitch some names. Wyatt Blair and the Shooters.
The Shooters, yeah.
Yeah.
Something on the lines of that, like, but and I feel like it might not be late to do that, but
yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah, I don't know, toying with ideas.
Who's your favorite singer-songwriter? Are you a singer-songwriter? Would you call yourself that?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I just like writing songs.
That's kind of a term that's gotten a bad rap.
I don't know why.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like bar band. What do you think about bar bands?
It depends. If it's a bar band that is playing original songs, then fuck yeah.
Kind of tight, right?
I think that's great.
Yeah, right?
You know? Yeah. Yeah, it's like dad rock's got a bad term, but like some of the dad rock stuff is like the best shit, you know?
And that spans like 3 decades at this point.
Yeah.
Just like anybody old, like anybody over 30, any music somebody over 30 likes is dad rock.
That's funny.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair at all.
No.
Because that's some great shit, you know? So, but yeah.
You talked about Sugar Ray. Do you have any guilty pleasures, any influences that people might not expect, or because you shouldn't feel guilty about it is my point.
Yeah, I mean, I did for a long time, and but yeah, I mean, Sugar Ray is a guilty pleasure, I guess. Wilson Phillips is like a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh.
Kenny Loggins. I mean, I feel like most of what I listen to now is just guilty. I've like stopped caring, and I'm just listening to whatever the fuck makes me happy, and so that's, I guess, yeah. I mean, like the list can go on, but
Kenny Loggins, Wyatt Blair, same syllables.
I guess.
What if you became like the millennial Kenny Loggins? Would you be okay with that?
Absolutely.
You had a song in like a movie? That'd be kind of sick, right?
Yeah, I would love to do a soundtrack. I would love that.
that never happens anymore.
I know, it's weird.
Because, you know, the music business has been like falling apart since Napster or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's one thing that's really gone by the wayside.
Yeah,
is soundtracks by
Yeah.
one artist.
Yep. Yeah. Those are my favorite, man. I
Song
love the
for a movie?
soundtracks. Yeah. 'Cause you really have to like conceptualize like a story. You have to like make the record feel like there's a pace, you know. I like that.
Kenny Loggins.
I love Kenny Loggins.
I'm all right. Caddyshack.
Yeah. His early stuff's cool. I like his his like the Top Gun soundtrack is my favorite soundtrack of all time. Absolutely.
He had a long career,
Long career.
like 15 years.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's like, you know, way in the past now.
Yeah.
But
Not that far. Not that long ago. You know?
I know. Well,
But,
I mean,
but long
in
enough.
terms of dad rock, you
Yeah,
know,
I
it's
guess.
a split second.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
is there any music you absolutely disdain?
No. I like everything.
I don't buy
Seriously. I mean, I like all kinds of music. I listen to country. I listen to K-rock. I love reggae and ska music.
that. It's funny that you mentioned country first. I feel like when people talk about music, they either say, I like everything but country, or they're like, I love music. Country? Like country's
Yeah,
first or
exactly.
last.
It depends on the country. I wouldn't listen to current country music.
Oh, you gotta listen to contemporary
I
country.
like it, but I wouldn't proactively go listen to it, even though if it came on the radio, I'd jam to it. But I like country and Americana music, like roots, like, you know, the real deal stuff. It's like the best
Country and
stuff out
Western.
there. Yeah, exactly.
You should check out contemporary country music.
Yeah.
I think if you like Sugar Ray, if you like Kenny Loggins, no, seriously, honestly, like, because this music is so literal.
Yeah, it's great.
There's no metaphors.
Yeah, that's what I like, man.
There's no like
That's what I like.
Luke Bryan. He has a song called "Hunting, Fishing, and Loving Every Day."
That's great. That's what I'm talking
Guess
about.
what the song's about?
What you just
Hunting,
said.
fishing, and
Yeah,
loving every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great.
And nothing else. If
Yeah.
anything, the song is about less than the
Yeah.
title is
Yeah,
about.
that's what I like, man. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, no, just you know, it's a whole world out there, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So your record's coming out. Oh, I saw the poster. Poison.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was,
Well,
I don't even know how they pulled that. The picture wasn't. It was very bare. Like they did all the Photoshop. I don't know how they did that.
So that wasn't your idea?
It was LA Records' idea.
But you like Poison. You like every music.
I love Poison. Yeah, it was just like a mutual. We just went back and forth on ideas, and they were like, "We should do Poison." I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Meet in the middle.
Yeah. So that's how it came to be.
Bret Michaels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. So when's that record coming out?
August 5th.
On Lollipop Records.
Lollipop and Burger Records. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's a
Split-
collab. Yeah.
Oh, Synergy.
Yeah. Synergy.
Yeah.
A dual release.
OC
per
Synergy.
se. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Has the other Wyatt heard it?
I don't think so. No.
We should send mega upload
Yeah.
link. You know,
Totally.
he might like it. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
He's a little younger. You know, he might not.
You
I
know.
don't know. Cool. So I'll be out in August. Do you have any shows coming up? Anything you wanna plug?
We're playing like the Echo Park Rising Festival at the end of August, and going up to Seattle and back in August.
West Coast tour. You ever done that before?
Yeah.
A lot of driving.
Yeah, definitely.
Why aren't there any cities between San Francisco and Seattle?
There's Portland. Portland's still basically Seattle.
Oh, Portland. But yeah.
Just Portland,
it's
yeah, but
2.5
yeah, there's a
hours,
big
that's it.
stretch.
Yeah. Weird how that worked out, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's Humboldt, but I don't know if there's like a place to play. or anything.
Blondies.
But
Or a
yeah, it
house
is
show.
weird.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough. But yeah, you'll get it. And then once you get to the East Coast,
Yeah, it's just like every 30 minutes
man,
or somewhere.
Philadelphia and New York City in the same day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah,
And great ear piercing
thanks.
places around there. Yeah. So if you want to get the other one done,
True. Very true.
the hoop. The
Yeah.
hoop and the. Well, cool. Well, Wyatt, thank you so much for
Of course.
coming on the show. And
Yeah, thanks for having me.
what's your record called?
Point of No Return.
Point of No. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of OC.
Cool.
Surfing wise, yeah, I don't know. That's just when you said that. That's
Yeah, cool.
That's cool. So you're keeping it, bringing it all back home.
I guess so.
Another record you
Kinda
might have
bringing it
sold at
back
the
home.
store. Yeah.
There you go.
Bringing it all back
Thanks
home.
for that.
Yeah, of course. Well, Wyatt, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you all for tuning in, doing the ASMR thing. And until next time, this is Adam Papagan reminding you that there's a place you can go, and it's your mind. Good night.